Hello guys, this is me Shanak here teaching about atomic structure, periodic table and the three types of bonding. I hope you enjoy. First of all, we have to know what an atom is. Atom is the smallest particle of a chemical substance that exists so far. We all made of atoms basically. Everything around you is made of atoms. Atoms have three substances in them. They have protons, electrons and neutrons. And never trust atoms, they can do anything and they make up anything they like. So this is the atomic structure. This is how the atom looks like. The this blue this blue dot is an electron. This red dot is a proton. This yellow dot is a neutron. Electrons are negatively charged. Negatively charged. They go around the nucleus, and they basically don't weigh anything. Moving on to the protons, they are actually in the nucleus. They are positively charged. They make up one mass. Like they don't weigh anything. They make a 1 milligram, and so they're trying to like split apart each other. It's like a magnet. Like when you put like two sides together, they try to repel each other. But that's when the neutrons comes in. Neutrons like basically put the protons together so they don't go like split apart, and the nucleus and the electrons are the plus and minus. So the protons are trying to pull electrons to each other, but that's why it goes around. It doesn't just fly off somewhere and join someone else's atom. This is the main part. When an atom has four electrons in the outer shell, like there are 2 electrons in the first shell, then 8 electrons, another 8 electrons in the second shell, and another 8 electrons in the outer shell, the third 3 shells. And when there are 8 electrons in this whole shell, this is known as a happy atom. And when there are no, like this one, there are no 8 atoms, only 2, it's not a happy atom. For example, lithium. Her 3 represents the number of protons and electrons, and the 6 represents the number of neutrons. But you have to take away 6 minus it by 3, and that's the way you find the number of neutrons. 2 types of atoms. This is an ion. So ion is when the protons is the same, but the electrons is different. It is charged because the number of electrons do not equal to the number of protons, and the atoms are molecules. An atom can acquire positively charged or a negative charge depending on whether the number of electrons in an atom is greater or less than the number of protons in the atom. This is an ion, by the way. The example. This is an atom, and when it loses the proton stays the same, but the electron changes. But this is an ion. This is an isotope. Isotope is when the protons is the same number, but they have the extra neutron. The hydrogen again. Hydrogen. There are 2 extra neutrons. 1 extra, 2 extra neutrons, and this is called the isotope. There are tons of these type of atoms, by the way, and they all are listed on the periodic table. These are all the atoms in the periodic table, as you see. The first column is called the alkaline metals. These: hydrogen, lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, potassium, and factorium. They have 1 valency electron, so they really want to get rid of 1 electron, so it's a happy atom. Actually, I'm going to show you one. If I could find the message. Okay, so let's go to lithium. Lithium, lithium. This is the lithium. Of, for example, the lithium atom, as you see, this is a lithium atom. As you see, it has one electron here, and two electrons and three protons. Yeah, it really wants to get rid of that one electron there, so it's a happy electron. So there's nothing else around. It really wants to get rid of this, so it actually reacts with anything that you put against it. Okay, let's go back. Yeah, so these are alkaline metals. They react with anything you put in front of them, and yeah. And the second one is called alkaline earth metals. They are also highly reactive, and they have two valence electrons, so they also react a lot with them. Moving on to the other side, these are normal gases. They are really happy. They have four valence electrons: helium, neon, argon, krypton, xenon, radon. So this is the helium atom, the example. You see there it has two electrons. It's actually really happy. Yeah, this is normal gas. They don't react with any substance that they see, not even the alkaline metals. They when you get these three or these four, they're actually wrapped around normal gases, so they don't react with them, they don't explode everything. Yeah, actually there's a video. If you type in like calcium explosion, it will show it. Basically there's a guy who if you see, there's lots of YouTube videos too that show like they mix water with this and just explodes really quick. Now moving on to this green is other metals. So they're actually non-metals. You see carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine. These all are gases, and yeah, and these are metallites. As you go more there, they need, though they are, as you see, they're 2,7 written there. They actually need one electron to make them happy, so they will react with this really well. For an example of the sodium, if you mix sodium with chlorine, you get sodium chloride. As you see, sodium chlorine takes one electron to that side and they make sodium chloride. That is actually called an ionic bond. Yeah, I'm gonna come to that afterwards. What ionic bonds are. Over here in the middle are mostly solid stuff like gold, platinum, They are called transition metals, and yeah, there's something else to talk about in periodic table. The bonds. Every atom bonds together in order to make a new substance and make themselves happy. Over here in front of me is the ionic bond. This is when one atom gives one electron to other electron to make it happy. When atom gives electron to one atom, this atom goes to positive charge because it's losing it, and this one is gaining it, and because you get minus. It's like, just think about like charity. Like if you give something to charity, you are in positive, and if you take it, then you are negative. So it's like that. Another part is a covalent bond. A covalent bond, also called the molecular bond, is a chemical bond that involves the sharing of an electron, pairs between atoms. These electrons pair are known as shared pairs or bonding pairs, and the stable balance of attraction and repulsive forces between atoms. When they share electrons is known as covalent bonding. As you see, there are two oxygen and there's one carbon, and this makes carbon dioxide. They are sharing two electrons, so oxygen could be a happy. Let me know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then oxygen may be a happy atom. So look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 2 oxygen and 1 carbon is equal to carbon dioxide. This is the covalent bond. Of bonding is the metallic bonding. This one is quite hard to understand. Bear with me. Metallic bonding is the force of attraction between various electrons and the metal atoms. It is the sharing of many detached electrons between many positive ions, where the electrons act like a glue, giving the substance a definite structure. You see, that's electron, proton, electron. Yeah, and it makes the structure. Thank you guys for watching again. I hope you learned a lot from this. I'm glad you did. And yeah, have a good day.